Have you ever noticed that when you speak with clarity, depth, or quiet confidence, some people don't listen to your words, they react to their own insecurities? It's not that you are wrong. It's that your presence stirs something uncomfortable inside them. This is where the Dunning-Kruger effect comes into play. People with lower ability tend to overestimate their competence because they don't even realize what they don't know. When someone truly intelligent enters their environment, it disrupts their fragile self-image. Rather than face their own gaps, many lash out. They call you arrogant, cold, strange, or think you believe you're better than them. But the truth is, you didn't have to say anything, their ego said it all for you. Intelligence doesn't just challenge ideas, it challenges identities. And in social psychology, anything that challenges the group identity is seen as a threat. Humans evolved in tribes where acceptance often meant survival. Standing out, questioning the consensus, or thinking differently could risk exile. Today, the stakes are lower, but the instincts remain. A deep thinker who questions shallow assumptions or brings uncomfortable truths to light threatens the social comfort people are addicted to. You disturb the illusion they cling to, and they punish you for it. This is not new. History is filled with brilliant minds who paid the price for their clarity. Socrates was sentenced to death for corrupting the youth, but what he really did was expose the ignorance of powerful people. Galileo dared to challenge the church's authority and found himself imprisoned. Nikola Tesla, whose inventions shaped the modern world, died broke and alone. Alan Turing, who helped end World War II, was chemically castrated and died by suicide. These were not just misunderstandings, they were acts of egoic retaliation. Because when someone reveals a new truth, they also expose the lies many people build their lives around. And most would rather destroy the messenger than confront the truth. Even today, we see it. Deep thinkers are often ignored, sidelined, or rejected not because they're wrong, but because they make others uncomfortable. In classrooms, they're labeled disruptive. In offices, they're seen as difficult. In relationships, they're told they're too intense, too analytical, too much. Why? Because intelligence without conformity threatens the social order. It makes mediocrity visible. And in a world addicted to comfort and illusions, that's the ultimate crime. So what can you do when your depth isolates you? Arthur Schopenhauer offered a brutal, but freeing answer: solitude. He didn't sugarcoat it. He didn't offer false hope that one day the world would fully understand you. Instead, he said plainly, if you are to protect your mind, your depth, your clarity, you must learn to embrace solitude. To Schopenhauer, true intelligence is marked by a natural pull toward solitude, not as punishment, but as liberation. While ordinary minds seek endless company, distraction, and noise, the noble intellect seeks silence, clarity, and truth. Because truth, real, deep truth, rarely survives in crowds. Solitude, Schopenhauer taught, is not loneliness. Loneliness is the pain of needing others and not finding them. Solitude is the strength of choosing peace over shallow company. It is not the absence of people. It is the presence of your true self. In solitude, you stop performing. You stop diluting yourself to fit in. You stop apologizing for your depth, your intensity, your way of seeing the world. Instead, you begin to build a life not around acceptance, but around authenticity. Schopenhauer wrote, "A man can be himself only so long as he is alone, and if he does not love solitude, he will not love freedom." Because freedom, real freedom, requires separation from the endless demands, expectations, and projections of the crowd. In the silence of solitude, you reconnect with your own mind. You notice things others miss. You feel emotions that others numb out. You develop visions, philosophies, and ideas that cannot be born in noise. This is why the greatest works of philosophy, art, and science were not forged in crowds, but in solitude. Of course, solitude is not without pain. The journey of a deep thinker is often lonely. You may face misunderstanding, rejection, and isolation. But that pain is not a flaw. It is a sign that you see the world more clearly than most are willing to. If you've ever been told you're too much, if you've ever felt like your thoughts are too deep, your questions too uncomfortable, your emotions too intense, remember. You are not broken. You are not wrong. You are simply more aware. And awareness, true awareness, has a cost. But what you gain is infinitely greater. You gain your mind. You gain your freedom. You gain yourself. Schopenhauer understood that rejection by society is not proof of your failure, it's proof of your difference. And in a world that punishes difference and rewards conformity, that is a sacred thing. So when the world misunderstands you, When friends drift away, when crowds ignore your voice, don't shrink. Don't apologize. Don't water yourself down to be easier to swallow. Instead, remember who you are. Remember why you walk the harder path. Remember that solitude is not exile, it is sanctuary. Great minds are like eagles, Schopenhauer said. They build their nests on lofty solitude. Not because they hate others, but because they see from heights others cannot. So if you feel out of place in the world, good. It means you were never meant to fit into it. You were meant to see beyond it. And when you embrace that truth, when you accept the loneliness, the silence, the depth, you step into a life most people will never even glimpse. You step into your real self. You become free.